Good morning, Alex Giles here at the WBTV News Now desk. We just wrapped up on air on WBTV this morning. Wanted to jump on WBTV News Now, though, with some breaking news, and we're going to get another check of the forecast with meteorologist Garlick. But we're going to start with this breaking news. We've learned about a shooting that's happened in the city of Charlotte, an early morning shooting, and there is an active police presence. I want to pull up a live picture here for you. This is in southeast Charlotte. We've got a crew on scene, northeast Charlotte. This is at the Plaza and Barrington Drive. We know this happened right around 6:30 a.m. It's right near that Plaza and Barrington intersection. You can see the gas station there. It's a Shell station. A number of CMPD officers on scene right now. You can see they've got the crime scene tape up there in that area. We don't know exactly what led to the shooting right now. We're hoping to get more information from police on scene as detectives conduct an investigation. But we know one person seriously hurt in a shooting. We'll be working to get more information about what led to that shooting and who the person was that was injured and whether or not police have made any arrests. But again, this breaking news, one person seriously hurt at a gas station shooting in northeast Charlotte. It's the Shell station right near the intersection of the Plaza and Barrington Drive. We do want to get a check of the forecast as well. I've got meteorologist Garlick joining me in studio. I want to make sure we've got everything queued up and ready to go with your weather graphics, man. Looking ahead to a first alert weather day.
Yeah, first alert weather day on Sunday, and still that first alert for Monday. Some lingering activity expected across the area for Monday as well. But yeah, just new data coming in. Things trending a little bit further north and west than kind of what they were. You know, we talked about it, the confidence being low. One was southeast and just northwest, and you know, as the data comes in and we get closer to the event, we get to fine-tune things a little bit better.
Absolutely.
But potentially, I mean, what it boils down to is a rainy day Sunday, some strong gusty winds, and could be kind of similar to what we had last Sunday, but I think the severe weather threat is much, much lower.
Looks messy.
Let's talk about what's going on as we head into Sunday. So that first alert weather day for your Sunday is going to be there, and we are going to be watching the potential for that heavy rainfall to move through the area. So rain on Sunday. How much? How heavy? We'll fine-tune those details, but we know that rain is going to be moving through. First alert weather day, it's going to impact your day on Sunday in one way or another. So that's why that first alert weather day has been issued. Then we have that first alert for Monday because of lingering issues as well. So going to be dealing with this system developing in the Gulf. It's going to be a low pressure system. It's going to be pretty potent. You know, some of the pressure, some of the models showing pressure and characteristics similar in strength to a tropical storm.
Wow.
So some very heavy rainfall, some windy conditions, even the possibility for some severe weather out across portions of Florida as we go into the weekend as this system develops and moves off to the north and east. But we are knowing that we are going to see some rain on Sunday.
Okay.
Heavy rain potentially, and even some strong winds. How much rain? We're talking about 1 to 2 inches plus. Some areas could pick up as much as 3 inches, and winds gusting 25 to 35 miles an hour. I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere in our area we see a 50-mile-an-hour wind gust as we head towards Sunday. So
we could be looking at some of that sideways rain, right?
Yeah, going to be very, very windy and some potentially heavy rainfall coming down as well. So let's break this down for you a little bit further. Do have that first alert weather day in place as we head towards Sunday, and you can see all the yellows and oranges moving through South Carolina and then eventually into North Carolina as we head into Sunday, and then Sunday evening. Some wraparound moisture possible as we head toward Monday. And this is going to be the European model, trending a little bit further north and west than what we had yesterday, kind of becoming more in line with the GFS that we've been, kind of tracking. And it did a pretty good job last weekend with that system. So, but most of this, lingering conditions into Monday, but Sunday going to be that bullseye time. So as far as rain totals go, those are inching up and pushing a little bit further north and west as well. So across the nation, you can see the southeast.
Everybody's getting hit.
Really the path that this storm is going to take Florida, Georgia, North and South Carolina, all the way up into the northeast coast. And then another system coming on the coast back in California. But here's our projected rainfall totals. Now, I didn't put numbers on this because what I really wanted to point out with this is that it's trending further north and west.
Okay.
You can see even into the foothills and the escarpment, dealing with some of those purples, magentas, whatever color you want to call it. But that's indicating some heavy rainfall in areas in purple again. 1 to 2 inches of rain not out of the question. And that's really just for Sunday into Monday. For today, though, starting off warmer than yesterday, upper 30s, low 40s, up into the mid 50s for today. 56 in the Sandhills, 48 in the mountains. And that 7-day forecast showing that first alert weather day for Sunday. Going to the Panthers game Sunday?
No. I will probably be traveling on Sunday and not looking forward to driving in the rain for a second straight Sunday because we were traveling as a family last weekend. Had to deal with some rain on the roads, and looks like we're going to be doing that again.
Yeah, you're knowing a little bit more of your travel plans. You're going to be dealing with it the entire time on the roadway. So unfortunately,
hey, that's what we do to see loved ones, right?
Yep, exactly. But that's one of the reasons why we issue these first alert weather days, though. Hey, I'm traveling. Oh wait, I'm first alert weather day Sunday. I'm going to be dealing with it.
And I'll tell you this, even though we're driving weather, regardless of the weather, it helps to know in advance. So you kind of just have that mindset, like I'm going to be driving in the rain.
Man,
to be prepared.
This is going to be terrible. This is gonna double my trip time. I gotta deal with kids crying in the anyway.
Hey, I haven't forgotten about the drought conditions. This rain has to be continuing to help with that. Are we like back to normal yet, or is it still?
No, still need a couple more inches.
Okay.
We need a lot of rain. It doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
The drought doesn't start overnight.
Right.
And we don't see it end overnight. So the rain last week definitely helped.
Right.
But still need a couple inches of rain. And this is going to put another big dent in it if this plays out the way we think it's going to play out.
You're like, not so fast, buddy. You don't get to do one rainy day and then immediately the drough's
right.
over.
It doesn't work that way.
Right.
And as Chief Meteorologist Al Conklin always says, droughts typically end with a flood. So we need a lot of rainfall to overcome that deficit and those drought conditions. And another shot of some good rain coming this weekend.
Want to pull up a Facebook question real quick?
Let's
This is
do
what
it.
we've got up on the WBTV Facebook page right now. This post says, "Good morning. What are you most thankful for today?" So we can answer the question, and then we can jump back and look at some of the comments that folks have already left on that post. So Eric, what are you most thankful for today?
I'm thankful to be here.
There we go.
I've only been here 6 months,
Yeah.
but
It seems like longer.
7
That's
months.
a testament to you.
Going on 8 months maybe now. I don't know. I lose track of time, right? No, it's been great though. Glad to be here. Glad to do these with you, and just we get to talk about things like this. We don't get to do this very often.
Right.
So glad you guys are joining us. What about you?
Thankful for you as well, and thankful for WBTV. I mean, especially around like the holidays. You're obviously thankful for family, and I am, and I know you're thankful for your wife and beautiful children. But like, really, thankful to have a job and stability and somewhere I can get up, come every day, and have cool people to work with.
When I see these questions come up, clearly we're thankful for all of that.
Right.
But I think this really just gets the wheel spinning on what you typically might just kind of glance
Take
over.
for granted, in some sense, right?
Yeah, like, oh man, I got to go to work today.
Yep.
No, this is glad to be here. Glad to be at work.
Happy to be at WBTV on a Thursday. Let's see what some folks said. Top comment says, "I'm thankful for God's blessing upon my life." Paul Rousey said, "Salvation." Doris said, "I am thankful that I am alive and doing good." David said, "My walk with Christ."
Shelter. That's
Shelter. It's been some very cold mornings. Yes, as you guys have talked about, Eric. Annie said, "My salvation, my sons, my sister friends, that I woke up this morning." And Lee said the same thing. "I'm thankful that I woke up this morning to see my sons and my dog and talking to my sweet husband. Love them. Thank you, God. I'm thankful for having my son back home from the hospital." Anybody who's been through a medical situation definitely knows that it is great to be healthy.
And I like
back at
seeing
home.
the perspective on other people too.
Yep.
Like, it's like just shelter. Yeah, of course we're thankful for it.
Yeah.
But you don't wake up and say, "I'm thankful for shelter every day." You probably should.
Yeah.
But,
It kind of puts it in perspective, right?
Absolutely.
Don't take anything for granted. Hey, we appreciate you hopping on. We'll continue to follow that breaking news story. And as always, the weather team will keep us up to date on forecast,
the
right?
WBTV weather app, Al and I were updating it during the show today as we kind of made the change from first alert to first alert weather day. Went in, okay, we got to change the wording. We got to change the hour-by-hour forecast. So it really does get updated often by us.
Yep.
Your Apple standard
Weather app, not the same, right?
Doesn't come with it. Yeah. So, it's
Good plug there. Hey, we're thankful for you, whether you're watching on WBTV News Now on Facebook or streaming, or you watch over the air on TV. We're thankful for them too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all for joining us.
Have a great day.